WKRP at Cincinnati. Good afternoon. I'm going to call to order the November 1st, 2023 meeting of the Philadelphia County Board of Elections. First, I'll remind all that it is my duty and obligation to maintain order and to take quorum during these meetings. So everyone in attendance should be on notice that interruptions or shouting or other misbehavior will result in that person being asked to leave. The Sunshine Act does permit anyone attending a public meeting to object to a perceived violation at any time during the meeting. If you so choose, please do so. Please succinctly state your objection. And I remind all that objection is not an opportunity for speech making or litigation. Having said that, now we will move to public comment. Commenters shall state where they live, or if they're not a resident of Philadelphia, that they are a Philadelphia taxpayer. And public comment is, again, not an opportunity for a dialogue or a question and answer process. It is a public comment. It's a chance for the person to tell us what they think. The speaker shall have about 2 minutes. However, I may extend that time at my discretion. Again, I remind all that all public comments must be relevant or germane to the board business. It is my responsibility, again, to preserve the order and decorum of these meetings, and as such, profane, slanderous, or discriminatory comments or personal attacks won't be tolerated. Now, is there anyone here for public comment? Hearing none, we will now move on. Judge Furlong. Do we have any email public comment?
Mr. Chairman, there were no public comments emailed by 9:45 a.m. this morning.
Thank you, Judge. Now I'll call upon Director Lynch to read the Executive Director's report. Mr. Lynch.
Good afternoon, all. The Sunshine Report for November 1st, 2023. County Board of Elections report application totals as of yesterday. They have approved 109,274 vote by mail applications, which is 5,622 added from last week's total. Of those, 63,321 are paper applications and 45,953 are electronic applications. This includes civilian, overseas, and military voters. Satellite office, as of October 31st, they have serviced 312 walk-in voters at their satellite office. Satellite office will remain open until Election Day. Office hours are Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., Saturday and Sunday, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., and Election Day will be open from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. Voters who have already applied for a mail-in absentee ballot can request a replacement ballot through Election Day. Emergency applications. If an emergency comes up, you may submit an emergency application to the Board of Elections. To receive an emergency absentee ballot, you must provide a valid emergency reason on your application. Voters who are over 65 or living with a permanent disability may also obtain an emergency alternative ballot if their polling place is not fully handicap accessible. Further information is available on our website at vote.phila.gov. ID verification letters. ID verification letters have gone out to voters that either did not include the required proof of identification on their absentee mail-in ballot application, or their proof of identification could not be verified by the County Board of Elections office. Voters who have received this letter may submit their proof of ID to the County Board of Elections via email, phillyelection@phila.gov, fax, U.S. mail, telephone, or in person. Voters have until 5 p.m. November 13th to return their proof of identification. Voter registration for the election cycle, they have processed 124,000 applications, of which 20,650 were paper. All applications are entered, processed, and up to date. On Tuesday, they mailed out the ID cards for the polling place changes. There were 70 changes and 41,712 ID cards mailed out. The election board unit to date, the unit has trained in person 3,064 board workers and 1,491 have taken the online class. The unit is currently recruiting more workers and holding makeup classes throughout this week and weekend. That's all I have, Commissioner.
Thank you, Director. Now with respect to new business, I will make a motion that we approve the 2023 general absentee and mail-in ballot application challenge procedures that have been posted with the agenda and are available on the public comment table. Do I hear a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Let the record reflect unanimous consent of the commissioners present. Second, I'd like to move that we approve the 2023 general election ballot canvass procedures that were also posted with the agenda and on the public comment table. Do I hear a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Let the record reflect the unanimous consent of the commissioners. Next, I'd like to move that we authorize and deputize the Philadelphia Board of Election staff to prepare for and conduct a pre-canvass and canvass of absentee and mail-in ballots at the Philadelphia Ballot Processing Center. The absentee and mail-in pre-canvass is to begin on election day at 7 a.m. and is to be conducted in accordance with the board's historical practices and procedures that have been approved here today and the election code and other applicable law. The absentee and mail-in canvass is to begin on or about 8 p.m. on election day and is to be conducted in accordance with the board's historical practices and procedures here approved today, the election code and other applicable law. Canvass is to begin on Friday, November 10th, 2023 at 9 a.m. The Philadelphia Board of Election staff shall take an oath prior to conducting the pre-canvass administered by the board's executive director and prior to conducting the canvass administered by the board. Do I hear a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Let the record reflect the unanimous consent of the commissioners here present. Judge Furlong, do you have any other items to add to this agenda?
No, Your Honor.
Judge Johnson, do you have any items to add to the agenda?
No, Mr. Chairman.
Ladies and gentlemen, members of the commission, I would move that we adjourn until the call of the chair without objection by unanimous consent.
We're going to do this one next week.
At the ballot canvassing center.
Okay.
Yeah.